day. You guys, good morning. I'm going to speak on a lot of things this morning, but first I'm going to start off. I want to speak on something in general. I'm pretty sure there's some people out here in this YouTube community. They was waiting on me to drop a live. They want to know my reaction toward what is going on right now. So like I said, you guys, when you come into the chat, good morning. Say hello, Grandma. Hello, Miss Sweet Teacup. Hello, Mom, Mother, Aunt, Auntie, Sis, Sister, Cousin, Friend, or you could just say Miss Lolo. My name is capital L-O, capital L-O. That's how I spell my name. Stop playing with me. Been Lolo. Since I've been known to, when someone call them in, I say, yes, ma'am. Can't say too much of a yes, sir, because I didn't have a father in my life like that. That's another thing you learned about Sweet Teacup. I grew up with a single mother. Or I just said yes. You guys, this morning, it's Friday morning, and I'm going to turn it up. And I'm going to turn it up because I'm going to speak on something. Hey, Carolyn Small. Hey, baby, welcome to the tea. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am going to speak on something that needs to be talked about. Because this trending situation out here is going to stop. As long as I have a voice and a word, I'm going to make sure that it is stopped. But like I say, you guys, I am here this morning for entertainment purposes, and I am going to entertain you by speaking on several things. I'm going to make it clear. I'm going to validate it. You guys, I know allegedly my words are my views, my thoughts, how I feel, my emotions a lot of times. My position on certain situations, certain drama. And like I say, you guys, they are my words, my views, my thoughts, my feelings. And no one can take them away. No one but God Almighty. And I have a voice. I was blessed with a gift that I have a very loud voice. I'm long-winded. I could be aggressive when I need to be aggressive. I was raised the only girl. So there were many times I had to learn to be aggressive. Some people come to me and say, why she so like, why she so this? Because you're not me. But like I say, you guys, allegedly the things that I say are my feelings. I'm going to repeat that again. I'm here for entertainment purposes, but I am going to entertain you by speaking facts, truth, and speaking my vision, to share my vision and to tell you how I feel. So let's just get into the tea. So first of all, I want to start off with, I can't say many, but I have some godchildren who I felt that they needed a godmother out there. Everybody on the internet is not part of my God family. Only because it was not my choosing. So, second of all, I need to say this. Let me tell you about a devil, a demon. Let me tell you about wicked people, wicked ways. They would find a way. They would never give up of finding a way to deflect people. Anybody that will line up with them, anybody that will fall into that pattern or anything, they will never deflect from trying to draw you from really what's going on. This is why, when you got people in the Marine, you have different branches, right? You have the Navy, you have the Army, you have the Air Force, you have the space. This is why they have different groups of people in these branches. This is why when somebody is in the Marine, so we're going to take the controls out real early. Because over here at the Tea Palace, we don't allow that. You can join that. You can join across the way. You're welcome. See, this is why you have people in the Marine, and some of them could be, I don't know what you call them in Marine, but I do know there's a group of people called the Navy SEALs. Well, that's the Navy, called the Navy SEALs. That means they're a better rank, and they're better rank for a reason. they call upon when it is a more dire situation going on. I don't know what you call it. Is it called the ops in the Marines? I'm not sure. But in every branch, you have certain groups of individuals because they are specially trained. They are, and these people are not just always, they're not just chosen based on skills alone. They are chosen too because of their mindset, how they think, how they move, how they view life. They are chosen and given the opportunity, and then the ones that succeed, they are put in that place for a reason. Now, I want to speak on this. The devil and the demon scene and the witch hunt, the crew, the senior crew, all these wicked people that wants to ride and troll and bash a single mother and 5 God grandkids. Anything for money. You know, it's today there are so many people lining up and their main concern is about making money. They don't care how they make that money. Their goal is to drag, convince, manipulate, persuade to get anybody to line up with them. Baby, money is the root of all evil. Money. People are dead today because of money. And when you die, you cannot take that money with you. All money is not good money. And let me go into that a little bit more. When I constantly say all money is not good money, you can get money whether it's given to you easily, whether it was given to you a hard way or whatever. But if you're giving money and it's not money that you honestly earn, honestly, the most spiritual way that you can earn money, I don't care what you buy with that money. Whatever what you buy is going to turn into something horrible. Once the money is gone, your situation is going to turn horrible. It's going to turn to tragic because that money didn't come from a good place. There are consequences, you guys, when we agreed and when we decide to do things that we know. First of all, I want you to put a 1 in the chat. And if you're the only one over here, Carolyn, I believe this morning, it's okay. I want you to put a 1 in the chat if you agree with Sweet Tea Cup. When you know something is not right, no matter what it is or who you are, if you have to be given money, that's the red flag already that something is not right. You are going to have consequences for that. Put a 1 in the chat you agree with me, Carolyn, if you're the only one in here. If someone got to pay you or you got to receive money, hey, Denise, thank you, baby, good morning, to participate, to do a video, to collab with someone, and money is offered. That's the first red flag that something ain't good about that. I'm just saying. So, see, that's a whole jester, a whole predator. And the reason why I focus, I'm going to tell you something about Sweet Tea Cup. And this been me from day one. God is merciful. This was taught to me. I'm going to be honest, when I have to really think about it, it was taught to me from an auntie of mine and my grandmother. When you are given a task or when you are completing something or you are working on something, you have to stay focused on the main thing that you started that task with. This is one of the, let me give you a little something this morning. I'm going to give you several things, but the first thing I'm going to give you that I want you to drink the tea and I want you to take it with you because I promise you it's going to help you in the future, in life. Amen. Today. I live in the state of Florida and we have this big, in order for our children to graduate, and I believe there are 2 tests that are given in order for a child to graduate. One of the first tests, I believe, it's been a minute, you guys, because I've been retired for a while, but I know back when I was working, I think it's given during 6th grade. There's a certain state test that a child have to pass. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they made straight A's in all their subjects. It doesn't matter who their mom is, who their dad is. It doesn't matter what race they are. But once you in 6th grade, that is a certain test. If you do not pass that test, it can possibly hold you back, and you have to repeat 6th grade, because it is a bona fide state test that must be passed to go to the next grade level. I'm going to show you where I'm going with this. And then it's given to you. If you don't pass this test by your senior year, you will not get at least in the state of Florida, you will not get this diploma. You will be given, if you meet other requirements, you will be given a certificate of completion. It's a documentation saying that you completed the courses that was necessary to leave school altogether. That means you went from kindergarten all the way to 12th grade. But if you do not complete this state test, which is called AFCAT, baby, in the state of Florida, you don't go. You do not get a high school diploma, which validate and state that you have completed from kindergarten up to 12th grade all the classes that is required for you to get out of school so you can move forward and be successfully and walk into a college. It doesn't mean that you can't get a job. No. Once you get out of school, you're done. You can actually quit school, drop school, and quit school. But you will not be able to walk into a college, and I mean a city college, a junior college at that, up under their classes. You can walk into a city college and then go right back for what you failed to do and to get a GED. And I'm not down in that. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just educating anyone that's not aware of that. And especially if we got kids in schools and they don't get the magnitude of it, it would benefit them to get what's needed while they are still in school. It's going to be an easier process. It's not going to hold them up. So when they do get 17 and 18 to be a young adult, they could continue on their journey. And I don't think a lot of people understand the concept. There are many ways to get things done, but you want to do it. If you can, you have to be a strong person, a strong individual, a person that stays focused. And where I'm going with this, in that test, in that AFCAT test, in the reading part of that AFCAT test, and I want you to drop the teacup if you agree with Sweet Teacup. If you're from the state of Florida or you're in another state and you're understanding what I'm trying to say, because these are things that people need to be taught. When you're dealing with reading and you're giving a essay, are you giving a paragraph? Are you giving a poem? Are you giving a sonnet? Are you giving anything that they article that they tell you to read, and they say to you, what's the main idea? Let me tell you something about the main idea. See, I'm going to relate this together. The main idea is when you're reading any type of article, paragraph, essay, sonnet, poem, or whatever, it's going to always first, stay with me now, going to lead up and give you some clues and key words. Sometimes that main idea could be in the middle of your essay, your paragraph, or whatever. So if you just scan through your reading, well, meaning that you jump to I'm going to read the introduction. I'm going to read the first sentence, and then I'm going to immediately go to the conclusion. It's kind of like when you go through a video. Come on now, I'm going to relate it together. It's kind of like when you go through somebody's video and you just look at it from the beginning and then you kind of scan through and you go to the end. You will find yourself missing pieces because you have to read or you have to look at the whole video to truly get the main focus, the main idea. That's why a lot of people miss out on what's the main idea. The main idea is not always in bold print. It's not always the first thing you see. Is judging a book by its cover. It's not what you see on the outside. See, stay with me now. Don't get lost. You can look at a person and whether they could be beautiful, whether they can dress trashy, and the first thing you want to say, oh, you know, she's not a good person. She got the boobs out. She got this out. She got that there. Even a young man, oh, he's not a good person. You know what? He don't have the fancy shirt. He don't have the name brand shirt. He don't have this. Oh, he's dirty. Or whoever. You got to take the time out to read that essay. You got. Sometimes that main idea could be one word. One word. Hey, good morning, Shirley Moore. Good morning, good morning. Hey, Denise, good morning. It could be one word that would give you the key to that main idea. But if you don't take the time out to read the whole passage, and I mean, you got to read it yourself. The best reading is when you take the time out to read something yourself and you say those words. If you don't know how to pronounce those words, I promise you, if you read a whole paragraph, by the time you get to the end of that paragraph, that was a word that you skipped past from reading that paragraph, you're going to actually figure out what that word meant. You're going to actually figure out, oh, so that's what that word meant, convey. You took the time out to read the whole sentence. It gauges you by the time you read from the beginning, which means, and stay with me now, the subject. Hello. And then you got you some little adjectives in there that give you a description. Come on, I'm going to help you on. And then you got your verb. The verb is the one that shows action. And then you have your adverb. Those are words that help that action alone in that sentence. But by the time you complete that, on a scale of 1 to 10, a nice 8, you're going to be able to figure out a word you never probably seen before. A word you probably never pronounced before. You're going to be able to figure out, even without you knowing how to properly, grammarly say that word, you're going to be able to figure out what was the meaning of that word. Well, it's the same thing when you're dealing with people and life. When you're looking at a YouTube channel and someone say, oh, well, go in and check out this YouTube. And just stay with me because I'm going to show you where I'm going at with this. If you don't take the time out to really look at that video and go from the beginning to the end, and then maybe even look at more videos, sometimes you got to take it back from the beginning. It's just like when COVID came out. See, I'm going to speak on it. I'm going to teach you something today. When COVID came out, you honestly think they was able to figure out how was COVID-19 being passed around just by let's go back 30 days ago and figure this out. Let's look. Oh, who's the last patient to get sick? Bring them in. No, baby, they had to take it back to patient 0. You got to take it all the way back to the beginning so that you can truly get the understanding. So, where I'm going with this, there's a young lady, and she's not my goddaughter. I used to look at her years ago because that's when I first started looking at YouTube. And this was during the time when Chris Sales and Queen were together. They was still married, still doing videos, and it was popping. And there was other individuals that was out there hustling and grinding along with them. So there's a young lady that I was watching, and I came across her video, and her, at that time, they supposedly have been engaged from me listening to what they saying in the video. I came across a video and where I was previously watching them, but I wasn't that focused, I'm just new. I'm a grandma coming to the YouTube, whatever. But in this particular video, It was said that he did a video, she did a video. Basically, he said he had to move on with his life. I want you to stay with this pattern here. And I ain't trying to down trash. See, I'm not going to down talk and down trash this young man because I don't know him. He did not do anything to any of my godchildren. So, but I am going to speak on this because it's coming into 2024. And I don't want to see somebody where, you know what, people have to take accountability for the things that they play a part in. But I'm going to show you where I'm going with this. How society, how YouTube, people would line up and just jump on the train and they would just go have a party. But it was where whatever what went down, he was saying this, he wanted to move on and he wanted to network. It's this trending thing I see right now where, you know, oh, I want to network. I can't do my gold digger prank. I want to do this. I want to do that. But where was all that energy when you first came to the internet, but you had this young woman on your side? Before you got to be who you were, you was with this young woman. You got notoriety. You made money. You got a little popularity from this woman. Whether she was older than you, younger than you, or whatever, but you gained that from this woman. And she had to have this certain type of look because allegedly he would come to the video and always bragging and praise about it to her in the video. Oh, you look amazing. You this, you do that. Now, as a mother, I have 2 daughters. As a mother, I know for me, I have to take accountability. I don't care how old my daughters get or how young they are. I know it's in me that I have to take accountability and reach out to my daughters. When I see my daughters are doing something they shouldn't be doing, I don't care if my daughter is 30 or 40, and yes, I got one in the 40s and I got one in the 30s. I am going to line them up. I am going to clock that T, and I'm going to tell them before I get started, because I tell my biological daughter today, if you ever was to meet them, they would tell you, my mama say first, I am your mother. I am in mother mode, and I'm going to let them know if I feel they are doing something that's not right. That's why God blessed me. God blessed me to be a woman. God blessed me to be a mother. You are a mother to the end. So when I see a young woman doing something, and like I say, I don't understand why these mothers, if the mothers are available, they're around, and they are good mothers, I don't know why they don't step in. Maybe they do. But I hope as a mother, you step in and you have a conversation with your daughter, whether she's a minor, adult, whether she's old, or whatever. Step in and have a conversation with your daughter. It's so important. And like I said, this has nothing to do with men. I am a woman, so I only can speak on women when I think about what we go through. I'm not a man. I could give my opinion because I grew up with 3 brothers. But as a woman, because I am a woman, as a woman, no matter what race we are, how old we are, we have to learn to love ourselves. We have to learn, we have to appreciate and cherish our worth. Because if you don't love yourself and know your worth, whether you worth millions of dollars, you matter. You're here. Your worth means something. This is one of my favorite people. She's no longer here anymore, and she was a wonderful singer. You know, let me tell you something. You know, there's a Jester and a Creep. He did a live, and it wasn't the last live. I don't think it was the last live. I think it was the live before that. He made a comment. He said, oh, well, I got baptized, so I know this. Let me just, you can take the most holiest Christian the most innocent person in the world who have never done not one evil thing in the world. And baby, if you're a human, God is good. They will go through tribulation. They will go through a journey because it's God's will. Bad things do happen to good people, Christian people, born again Christian people, as well as people that are not good people. Don't think just because someone is a Christian, they are a holiness person, they are a good person. Sometimes it has been said, I remember when I was young, way younger. I mean, like in my children age, not even like up under 13. There have been many times that I have heard my aunt or my grandmother or some elderly who have literally stated, bad things happen to good people. Bad things even happen to innocent children. So don't believe a jester or a predator to convince you because he wants to say he's a born again Christian. Oh, I know my life is better and I know I'm different because I got baptized. That is a lie. We all, baby, if you don't know about Jesus, Jesus was put on the cross and stabbed thousands of times. You can't come. You can't be more merciful, more Christian, more born again. You can't be nothing more than Jesus. And look what happened to him. So don't believe that when a jester and a predator come to the internet and speak on God's name in vain and say, oh, I must be doing right. I must be doing good because I got baptized. Don't believe that. It's all a lie. And let me tell you something else. I'm going to go back to what I'm trying to say. All I could do is spill my tea and speak my truth. I don't know why and how this jester, this demon got and slid into a young lady DM. And like I say, I'm not saying she's not Christian or anything like that because she's not my child. She's not my God child. I am not responsible for her upbringing. I am not responsible for her adulthood. But I did have hope for her at the time when I was watching her. I had faith for her when she got pregnant and had a baby. I wanted the best for her and the baby. But I will tell you all this. If we allow a demon, a jester, a predator to distract us, and to have anyone to go and attack a whole, and listen, when I say attack, I'm not saying people are doing this. Just a way of speaking, a phrase, what I'm saying. An innocent video, a very innocent video could turn to a very dramatized video that could lead to a whole nother series of videos. When it comes to my goddaughter, Big Royalty, I love my goddaughter, Big Royalty. When it comes to her and the things she's going through, it's a jester, a predator, a molester, a creep. It's his family. I can only go by for what I have seen put out on this internet. I can only go by for what I heard out of their mouth. My focus is on them. Now, they could try to drag, and they could try to pay, manipulate, and persuade someone else into the situation. All I know who did the deed. All I know who brought drama and trauma and depression, not depression, but stress, hurt and lies and threats and harassment and bash to their lives. What I'm not going to do, has sweet teacup, I'm not asking you to do what I do because you're grown. You're supposed to be grown if you're on the internet. If you're a child, I advise you to get with an adult and let them try to lead you the right way. But what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to go and attack anyone else that did not play a part in this situation. I may go in and I may say, okay, I don't know why they did what they did. I don't understand it, and that's as far as I'm going to take it. But like I say, my main focus is that there's a whole molester out there, a predator that think he's getting away. There's a whole molester, a predator allegedly is trying to deflect and trying to distract his situation. And let me tell you something. Bad man Kevo, that's why I pay attention. He literally just did a live not too long ago. And in that, he said in that live, and I know he only said it to make money, to try to run it back. If I was Big Bank Danny, allegedly, I would collab with a jester, a predator, and a creep. So when you see this jester and this predator and this creep collab with a person out of nowhere, that is them creating a way to try to keep that jester and predator relevant. Trust me. And I'm going to tell you right now, Michaela, if you hear this video, all money ain't good money. If you receive money to do that collab, and I mean no disrespect, if you receive money to do a collab with a jester, a molester, a predator, that money is going to come with consequences. And that's all I want to say to you. May God be with you. And I hope and I pray that you don't have a whole witch hunt coming after you, because you are an adult. You have a child. You have a daughter that you should be paving the way for her. You have an amazing voice. You was given a gift. I think as a whole, all of us, if we focus on the gift that God blessed us with, and we focus on that and still go through life, I think life will be better for all of us. Yes, if you live long enough, you're going to get caught up in some drama. You're going to go down a journey. You're going to go on that, but you have to stay focused. But like I say, my focus is on the jester, a molester, a creep, a predator. Predator, I see where you're going with this. I'm a girl with wings. I'm a fly on the wall. You reached out, whether you slid in her DM or however, or whether allegedly Bad Man Kevo helped you out or whatever. You slid in somebody's DM and you convinced them to collab with you because you wanted to deflect. And let me explain to you why I know it's in the tea. He wanted to deflect for several reasons, to try to still make someone jealous, where my goddaughter could care less. Life is better with her. 2, he wants to deflect to try to prove to the world, oh, I love women. I don't like children. Oh, we know what you like, sir. We know exactly what you like. 3, he wanted to take the heat off him, allegedly. He want anyone that speak on him and letting the world know who and what he is. He want it to get off him and go to someone else. This is where they're going with this, you guys. Steady trying to make money. A demon seed, a senior citizen crew, a boogie grandmama, whoever, who all they are. And if somebody innocent that had nothing to do with the situation, if they get drawn into it, baby, they got to get on their own knees and they got to pray. You're not going to run away, because God is a good God. God knows. He knows. And it's going to show. You're going to jail. You creep. You're predator. I don't care if it takes 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years. Look how long it took for Bill Cosby and R. Kelly. And they're famous. Look at the money they have. The money they paid. And it took 3 years for them to get what they deserve. Well, you broke. You broke on broke. You don't have money like that. If you ask me, it's not going to take 2 and 3 years for you, sir. You're going to get what's coming to you. So like I said, you can collab, you can connect with who you want to. For Sweet Teacup over here at the Tea Palace, baby, where my tea palace is gold, black, white, and pink, and I got a big golden gate with pink and white roses all over, with shiny black gloss with paint painted at the trim at the top, with diamonds shining because it keep me focused. My eyes is on the prize, and the prize is you. You're not gonna walk. You're not gonna sneak your way out of this. I'm going to speak on it. Like I say, I was in it from the beginning. I'm going to be in it to the end. And I see you. I see you for who you are and what you are. And you're never going to see that money again. You're never going to see that amount of money again. No matter who you link with. I don't care if you get yourself drenched and soak. Ooh, Jesus. Hallelujah, hallelujah. In that fake holy water, because ain't no way that was holy water that you was dipped in. You're not going to ever see the fame. You're never going to get that diamond button. It's not going to happen. And like I say, you guys, you need to stay focused. I can't make you do anything you want to do. I'm just giving my tea. I'm giving my opinion. At the end of the day, the individual, the people that did what they did to a single mother and God, grandkids, and still doing it today, they are still there. And they're trying to hide their hand. They're trying to stay hidden. Don't you ask yourself, don't you gotta wonder, why are they sitting on silent? Every time when they try to draw somebody else into the situation, every time when they try to deflect or distract and trash you guys. I love you guys and talk to you later.